they've got it. And if it takes until May, it takes until May, as long as they have it to go to 7th grade. That's our goal. And then, so the prepackaged ordering. So one of the things that came up in our landmark work was that our supplies, well, we tried to organize things in a similar way. It's hard for parents to all get the exact same supplies. You go to one place, they're out. You're going to have to go to 3 different places to find something. There's no green binders here. You all know what I'm talking about. I have a child, so I've recently realized why people hate school shopping, and it's dreadful. So what we did is we've worked together with a company, I think it's Staples, or Staples, that we got through the PTO, their name only for the PTO, and they're creating a package of supplies for us. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, we're all going to be buying the packages through them, which means, you don't have to go to Staples and do your school shopping, at least not for your 6th grader. I don't know if you have younger kids, you're on your own with those, but for 6th grade, if you look back in your packet I think it's the last page where it says grade 6 supplies. This is the supply list for next year. So the top part gives you a list of costs. So the cost is a little bit overwhelming, but we'll talk about that in a second. The supplies that they're going to get, they'll get all their binders, their pencils, their papers, their colored pencils, all the things they're going to need for organizing for the 6th grade. The only things they're going to be required to provide are a USB, a pencil case that has a zip closure, and a calculator. And we didn't put those in the package because we figured you guys might already have some or all of those 3 things, so we didn't want to make everyone purchase things you may already have. But those 3 things, they really need the USB flash drive, the zip closure pencil case, and a calculator. This calculator is a recommended one, but certainly if you have any questions about calculator, you can talk to Mr. Melba. Homeroom supplies, disinfectant wipes, pump can soap, and large box of tissues. You can just get those at the grocery store. So hopefully this will make it a lot easier for you because this is just one package. We'll organize it here, and all you have to do is pay for it. The cost is $40. For the cost of all of those materials at Staples, it's usually going to be about $50 or $60. This is actually a huge savings to get it through this company. We got it at a discount. We also have a magazine subscription through Science. It's a Science World magazine. It's awesome. It goes with an assignment that they have every other week in Science. It's really helpful to them. And then their planner is $5. So the total cost of all of their school materials, minus those 3 things at the bottom, is a $60 cost. So I know you guys just paid for field trips in the 5th grade, and so this is like money, 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 money. So unfortunately, we need the money up front, of course, because that's how companies work. If this seems overwhelming, certainly there are options. We would like to have the money before the end of the year so we can order all of these binders. If there's a problem with cost, we could work out something where you could pay half now, half later. You could ask for a scholarship. We definitely have scholarship money available. There are definitely options available. So please just let us know what you need, or let your 5th grade homeroom teachers know what you need, and we will make sure that this happens for every child. Okay, so this is, I don't want anyone to feel overwhelmed about it because we're trying to make things easier and make the organization systems easier for all the kids. So please feel free. Our emails are all on here. If you have your 5th grade teacher's contact information, just reach out to us if there's something that you're concerned about or wondering about with the supply box. The 5th grade teachers are going to be collecting the money for this, so you can either just give them a check for the whole thing, or a check for part with a request for scholarship, or work something out with one of us or one of the 5th grade teachers. So we're open to sort of all suggestions. We just are we have a little bit of no flexibility with the company as far as we can't order them unless we have the money at the time. So and then Edmodo, I think Mr. Belburn's going to talk a little bit more about Edmodo, but Edmodo is an online site that we use. It looks kind of like Facebook, but it's used for educational purposes. We post assignments on there. The kids can ask each other questions on there. It's actually been really great. We started it in January with the kids, and it's worked really well for them, being able to communicate things to us, communicate things to each other. If they can't remember how to do something or what's happening, they have a forum where they can talk to one another. So, just one more thing on that.
Yay. So I'm going to jump to the communication. So this first part of communication is evaluation. Mr. Denman touched on this a bit, but if you flip to the very back page, you'll see a sample of what a progress report or report card looks like that'll be coming home. This sample is for our student Albert Einstein. He is, of course, in homeroom 6M with me. What we'll see is from top to bottom, it lists on the left side each one of Albert's classes, as well as the teacher for that class. So we see the advisory, art, collaborative problem solving, creative writing, English, music, math, phys ed, science, social studies. Now, this is an example of what a progress report will look like. Progress reports come out at the midpoint of each quarter. We have 4 quarters. The one main difference between progress reports and report cards, you see the effort and behavior grades are listed there for each class. But what you'll notice is that for progress reports, there's no academic grade listed. But instead, you'll notice the comments under each class where the teacher has said, for instance, for English, current average is 98A. Excellent job, Albert. That's wonderful. So Albert's crushing it. So that's nice. That's the big difference. Now, this will be our main form for communicating with you regarding your child's progress, unless there's a concern that we have, at which point we can email you, or if you have a concern, you can contact us by phone or by email. The one way that we know that you are receiving these, you'll notice at the bottom that Herman Einstein, Albert's father, has signed this and returned it in January. That's going to be super important as well. So just that we know that you're seeing what your child's progress has been so far. So that's report cards sent them at the end of every quarter, progress reports mid-quarter, and those dates are posted on the website.
They'll be posted on the calendar. Yeah.
Edmodo. So Mr. Reese touched on this a second ago, and I tried really hard to be tech-savvy and include a link to this, so hopefully it works when I click it. Edmodo, like you said, appears to be sort of like a Facebook, but the key here is that it's educationally motivated, which is not the case for Facebook. It's an online tool for reviewing assignments and communicating with peers. One of the helpful features we see in a second is that if a student is stuck on a homework assignment that says, for instance, I don't know how to do number 1 on the math homework, the other students in that child's class can see it, reply to the comment. As teachers, we can see all the comments that they're making, so there's no chance that they're saying something that's inappropriate. If they are, we can delete the comments, talk to the students. We can revoke their rights to post things on Edmodo if there's a problem. One of the other great parts about it, the second point, the students sign up, but parents can sign up as well. So each student has a parent code, and then you can get that parent code and sign up so that you can see what your child's assignments are as well. And then the last thing, it's useful for staying current with assignments during absences. So if you are out and something gets assigned, you can see it right here on the Edmodo site. So let's see if whoa, back up. Oh, it's not there. Mr. Picard, can you help?
Yeah, just hit escape.
Escape.
Yeah. And then right behind you. Yep.
Excellent. So here's what an Edmodo site looks like. So this is the profile of a student who goes by the name of Mr. Picard. Mr. Picard is in the 6P homeroom. So what we see here is all the conversation that's happening among 6P students. So Mr. Picard, the teacher, has assigned these debate notes. They're due at the end of class tomorrow. Here's his explanation of the assignment. Down here, Ms. Sharif has posted, she's moving the science in the news, due Friday. Students can even post their reactions to this. So we see, routine reactions. We can see how many people are happy about it, sad about it, etc. As teachers, we can evaluate them. So that's nice. We see here, one of the students said, for the math homework, 1D, did you round? Because I'm already guessing numbers on the 90 digits. So people can respond to that. We see something that I've posted a reminder, don't forget your POWs were due, problems of the week. Were due on Wednesday, and some reactions to that appear generally mixed, things like that. The other helpful feature of this Edmodo, if we go up here to their planner, when they click on this, they can see any assignments that are upcoming. So for instance, 6P has a Chapter 9 test for math on Friday. They can see it on this calendar right online. So that's helpful for, first of all, they should have already written it down in their assignment notebooks, but if they didn't, they can see it online in their planner as well.